Did you know that one of history's most powerful forces isn't a king, an empire, or a war, but a simple vegetable? The humble potato has shaped economies, sparked migrations, and even played a role in devastating famines. Originating in the Andes Mountains of South America, this unassuming tuber has traveled across continents, transforming diets, fueling revolutions, and becoming a global staple. From its role in the Irish Potato Famine to its dominance in fast food chains today, the potato's journey is a story of survival, adaptation, and unexpected influence. Understanding the history of food isn't just about what we eat. It's about how food has shaped civilizations, economies, and cultures in ways we rarely think about. Join us as we unravel the surprising history of the potato and discover how this small vegetable changed the world. Imagine a world without French fries, mashed potatoes, or even potato chips. Hard to picture, right? Yet before the potato conquered dinner tables worldwide, it was a humble crop thriving in the rugged highlands of the Andes. Over 7,000 years ago, indigenous cultures like the Inca first cultivated this nutrient-rich tuber, not just as food, but as a life-sustaining staple that fueled their civilization. For them, potatoes weren't just a side dish, they were survival. But everything changed in the late 16th century when Spanish explorers carried this Andean treasure across the ocean to Europe, setting off a culinary revolution that reshaped agriculture, economies, and diets forever. The potato's journey from an ancient staple to a global necessity is a testament to how food shapes history in ways we rarely consider. Let's dive into the incredible origins of this world-changing tuber. Believe it or not, there was a time when Europeans were terrified of potatoes. When this strange new crop arrived from the Americas, many believed it was poisonous, capable of causing disease, or even unfit for human consumption. For years, the potato languished in suspicion, until famine and food shortages forced people to take a second look. By the 18th century, its incredible nutritional benefits became impossible to ignore, and soon potatoes were saving lives, feeding armies, and reshaping European agriculture. But their journey wasn't without hardship, most notably the Irish Potato Famine, which exposed both the crop's importance and its vulnerabilities. As potatoes gained acceptance, they inspired iconic dishes like crispy French fries and hearty shepherd's pie, proving their versatility and securing their place in European cuisine. What was once feared became a beloved staple that revolutionized the way people eat, a transformation as unexpected as it is delicious. Imagine a nation starving, not because food didn't exist, but because a single crop failure spiraled into one of history's deadliest tragedies. The Irish Potato Famine of the 1840s wasn't just a natural disaster. It was a catastrophe fueled by politics, poverty, and dependence on a single vulnerable crop. When a relentless fungal blight wiped out Ireland's potato supply, millions were left without their primary source of food. But the crisis was worsened by British colonial policies and land ownership inequalities, which left the rural poor with few options for survival. In just a few years, over 1 million people perished, and another million were forced to flee, reshaping immigration patterns, particularly to the United States. This tragedy wasn't just about starvation. It was about resilience, survival, and the devastating consequences of economic and agricultural reliance. The story of figures like activist Daniel O'Connell brings the human cost of this famine into sharp focus, reminding us how food can shape the fate of entire nations. Few foods have had the power to reshape economies, fuel populations, and spread across continents like the humble potato. What started as an Andean staple quickly became a global powerhouse, transforming diets and agricultural practices from Europe to Asia and Africa. Unlike other crops, potatoes thrived in diverse climates, making them a lifeline for colonial economies, feeding both settlers and enslaved populations while driving agricultural productivity. Their high yield and nutritional value made them an essential weapon against famine, helping nations support booming populations and stabilize food supplies. Countries like China and India embraced the potato, blending it into traditional cuisines while bolstering food security. Today, this once overlooked tuber stands among the most cultivated crops in the world, proving that a single vegetable can shape economies, influence cultures, and revolutionize the way we eat across continents. Few foods have captured the hearts, traditions, and identities of nations quite like the potato. From grand festivals to timeless works of art, this unassuming tuber has left a deep cultural imprint across the globe. In the United States, lively potato festivals celebrate its versatility with parades, contests, and mouth-watering dishes. Meanwhile, in Peru, where potatoes were first cultivated, an annual Potato Day showcases the country's staggering 4,000-plus varieties, honoring the crop's deep-rooted heritage. But potatoes aren't just for eating. They've also inspired art and literature, symbolizing resilience, survival, and sustenance. Vincent van Gogh famously captured their significance in the Potato Eaters, while countless authors have used them as metaphors for struggle and endurance. In Ireland, the potato represents both national tragedy and cultural pride, a reminder of the hardships of the past and the strength of a people. Across continents and centuries, this humble vegetable continues to connect, nourish, and inspire. The potato isn't just a relic of history, it's a crop of the future. From cutting-edge farming techniques to bold culinary experiments, this humble tuber continues to evolve in ways that shape both agriculture and dining. Precision farming and biotechnology have revolutionized potato cultivation, increasing yields and developing disease-resistant varieties to secure a more stable food supply. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, potatoes are undergoing a renaissance. Chefs are pushing boundaries with gourmet fries, artisanal chips, and even plant-based potato innovations that reimagine this classic ingredient. But as potatoes fuel modern cuisine, they also present environmental challenges. While they require less water than many staple crops, intensive farming can lead to soil degradation and increased pesticide use. That's why sustainable methods are emerging, balancing productivity with environmental responsibility to ensure that this world-changing vegetable remains a vital food source for generations to come. Who knew that a simple potato could leave such a massive mark on history? From its ancient origins in the Andes to its journey across Europe, Asia, and Africa, this unassuming tuber has fueled empires, shaped economies, and even altered the course of history. It has fed the hungry, inspired culinary creativity, and become a symbol of survival and resilience. More than just a staple food, the potato represents the deep connection between agriculture, culture, and society. As we reflect on the power of food to shape civilizations, one thing is clear: the potato's impact is far greater than its humble appearance suggests. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about the foods that have shaped our world. Join us as we uncover more hidden histories, one bite at a time.